Hey everyone, back again with another short video this time for Maze Magician. In this video I just want to highlight one feature I'm adding in version 3.1.0. It's something that I've needed to add for a while, but finally got requested, so I put it on the priority list. So up till now, if you've been playing around with it, you know that you can make a floor exit in the maze. And you check off that box, and then you select random center outside, so a random floor exit will place this hole in the floor anywhere within the maze. Center will put it in about the center third, and then outer will put it in about the outer third. But that's not really useful for a lot of people. It was more a way for me to build exits into the algorithm and then just not instantiate a floor piece in any spot that was marked as an exit. It was useful for what I was doing at the time, and it left the basis for this in the code. But now you can actually add an exit piece. So exit pieces are basically based on floor pieces. They're placed the same way, but they're placed in the space where the exit is. If I go into my example here, I've created this exit cube. So I just want to take a look at this really quick. Basically what the exit cube is a floor piece, which is that blue part. So you can see the pivot point is in the center of this bottom cube because that's where it's going to be instantiated. And then I've added this. It could be an obelisk or something that your player interacts with and gets teleported away or gets a reward or whatever. But you could have whatever you want. You could have a little campfire. You could put a little door to nowhere. And you could even build it out so there was a door on this outer edge that looked like it went into the wall. Basically, the world's your oyster. The big thing is just, again, orient this pivot point exactly like you would a floor tile because the pivot's going to end up in the center of this blank space. If we go into the maze generator, it's just like adding wall or floor pieces. You can add this exit piece here, and you can add more or less of them. Now, the difference between the floor and wall tiles is that you can actually make these null. Now, if you put a null exit tile in here, this will create the same old hole in the floor as always. So null values are acceptable in this space. Anyway, let's go back out of this, and we'll try to generate with our seed value. You'll notice things moved around. That's because we have an exit to place. So while the seed value is the same, so if I generate multiple times here, it's going to keep on generating the same maze, but I've changed an element of it. So even with the same seed value, once you start changing elements, you will get a slightly different configuration. If we look here, there's our little player obelisk. You could have some ruins on it or whatever. So hopefully you guys enjoy this feature. I know there's been at least one user who was really hoping I'd get something like this in there. As always, if you have any questions or concerns or bug reports, shoot me an email. And one thing before I go that I'll tell you about right now, saving and loading still works with these exits, but if you have like a saved map that you want to load once you've updated to this version of the package 3.1.0, it will just assume that you're loading in whatever is in this first slot. So it'll take the ID of this tile as being at index 0. So if you have, multiple random possibilities, it's always going to pick the first one. So if you've actually been using a floor exit, you can just set it up like this, and it will pick this, and you'll generate the same thing when you go to load your saved maze. All right, hope you guys have a good day, evening, month, week, year, and I'll see you next time.